Hello and welcome back to Gray's Gardening. I've decided to do a quick video of my garden at my home today instead of being down at the allotment, because I've got lots of plants that I like to grow here. So I thought I'd give you a tour of this garden as well. You can probably see the goalposts in the garden. My son is a very avid footballer, hence why I had to get the allotment in the first place. I used to grow a lot of plants here. The greenhouse was here, lots of nice plants, nice flowers were also grown in this garden, but it became a bit frustrating and also dangerous when my son was smashing the greenhouse with the football and taking the heads off my nice dahlias and sunflowers. Anyway, that's down the allotment. That's the reason I've got the allotment, but I've still got lots of nice plants here and I thought I'd show you around. So just move over. I'm also toying around with this selfie stick today to see if that's easier to film. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so if I just behind me here is where the some of the plants start. So if I flip the camera around, okay, hopefully you can see that. Again, as I mentioned, a little bit messy this time of year, but we've got a couple of laurels at the back. They're actually grown from cuttings. Laurels are really easy to take a cutting from. So you just grab the very top, snip that off, take out the lower leaves, plant into some nice gritty soil, and within 6 weeks you've got yourself a new laurel plant. I'll do a video on that and show you exactly how I go, but I've created loads and loads of laurel plants, all from one master. Simple, quick, easy, and it's free. At the back here, in this long trough, I've got rudbeckia. Planted them from seed 2 years ago, and because they are perennial, they come back every year. As you can see here, we've got the seed heads. Probably need to distribute them around the garden now. There's tons of seeds in there, and each one of them become a new rudbeckia plant. I'll probably take some of those down the allotment. I've got some strawberry plants. They grow nicely in that pot. Plenty of strawberries every year. In here, I really like this one. Last year, this was my yellow flowering azalea. Quite a rare azalea to get them in yellow. But as you can see, the buds are really forming up now. And as I say, last year was the first year it actually flowered. Absolutely covered in yellow flowers. Beautiful, beautiful plant. Love a good azalea. You may have just seen this one at the back. My favourite plant of all time, favourite tree, is the monkey puzzle tree. He's in a pot. I bought him about 4 years ago now. He was only about 6 inches high. Look at him now. I know he's a bit covered by other things, but you can see very healthy. And probably if I had to pick one plant, one tree, it would be the monkey puzzle tree. A couple of my other pride and joys at the moment, well, for a number of years now, are my olive trees. These I just think are really good, really ornamental, hardy, and just look great. I've got 2 of them now. This one I chopped back really hard last year, looked like it had a really harsh haircut, but has now come out nice and bushy. And then if I swing around to this one, didn't chop back well, dropped all his leaves a couple of weeks ago, and it isn't looking too good. So I think it may be something to do with either he's in a draft, or what I also tested this year, don't know whether you can see them, but I've got 2 rabbits, and we decided to use the rabbit droppings as fertilizer. So whether or not that's actually caused bother, I don't know, so we'll see. On the floor here you probably see it, 2 red cordylines. Now up until last year that was only 1. I don't know whether you can see that properly, but another one has sprouted out the bottom. This one here has sprouted, so I'm going to dig that one out, put it in a new pot, and I've got a new cordyline. They just multiply every year, really easy to separate, and I'll do a video when I come to move them on. Nice box hedge, need to trim that back. I keep that in a real tight ball shape, and next to it is a Fatsia japonica. Now he also is looking a little bit leggy and thin compared to what he normally like in the summer. I don't know whether he just goes through that in the winter, not too sure, but again I'll repot him, move him about and see if he picks up. Okay, making the way down the garden. So this is one of my wife's favourite plants. This is the Ceanothus, I think it is. It's really lovely blue flowers can just see those buds starting to appear. So that's always great for the bees. The butterflies love it. Covers in blue flowers. Really, really nice bush. Here's some bamboo. Got lots of different types of bamboo. This one at the back is golden bamboo. I've just noticed there's a brand new shoot just come out. That's in the last couple of weeks, just thrown out a brand new bamboo shoot. Here's my Christmas tree. This Christmas tree is planted in a pot. You can just see down in there. And this year we brought him in the house, decorated him, stayed in the pot, stayed in the conservatory where it was nice and cool, and he's come back outside. So that'll be a tree that comes in every year. Got some more bamboo. Now inside this cold frame, I know it looks a bit messy, but inside here you can see this one. This is a fig tree cutting. So cut off a branch last year, stuck it in some soil, and you can see the top growth is now proving that he's taken. So that'll be a new fig tree. And there's another one at the back. It's taking a big shoot sticking out the side, looking okay. And next to it is my jasmine. I kept him in here because one year with the frost he nearly died. So anyone who's got a jasmine plant knows exactly how nice those flowers smell. Next to it we've got a oh, I forget the name of it, I'll come back to that one. Wrapped up in lots of fleece is the banana tree, keeping him warm. And next to it, these haven't done what I wanted to. These are two cypress trees, not cypress from the country, but cypress, and they're meant to be really tall, thin conifer type trees. So we'll see. Just remembered, clematis, Dr. Rupel clematis, and the buds are just beginning to show. Whether you can just see them just there. And last year we went up and over the arbour, and you can see all last year's growth. That's all dead now, that's all cut off, but that was covered in lovely pink flowers right across the top of the arbour. Really effective. Got another banana tree, again wrapped up nicely. A red robin. The new red leaves are going to come out shortly. Really effective, luscious bush, that one. I do like my red robin. My favourite conifer of all time, which is the gold crest conifer. I've got loads of them dotted around. You probably saw some of them down the allotment. Now at the back, can you see this? This is the kiwi vine, and it grows all over this hedge. So I've cut it back. It's in dormancy mode at the moment, although I've just noticed there's a few buds starting already. And this will be what's getting dug up this weekend and taken down to the allotment. So I'll be planting in my 3 kiwi vines that I mentioned the other day. On the floor I've got a nice hydrangea. That's my pink hydrangea. Coming on the other side we've got a blue hydrangea and a rose bush that again I took from a cutting. I'm at the top of the garden now on my patio. This is where we sit in the summer and enjoy a few drinks at the end of the day. But behind me is the plants that we've moved down here just to shelter out of the wind and the elements over the winter, which will be getting moved around the garden again soon, dotted around the patio. But on the floor here, let's swing this round. Again, a couple more gold crest conifers, some more box hedging. Those who saw my previous video will have seen my stag that I'm trying to grow, the box or the topiary stag at the allotment. These were the original legs, but they didn't do too well, so dug them up and moved them. Next is, this is a nice standard variety of a salix, which is the flamingo salix. And next to that, we've got more bamboo. If I come round here, I've got another Christmas tree, about 5 or 6 years old now, again in a pot. Move him round depending on how the weather is. But this one, very leggy now, and not much to show at the moment, but it's very tropical looking when it does actually burst into leaf. Now, it's known as the stag's horn, that's its common name, but its real name is rustifina. So I've got 2 of them. They go side by side, very, very luscious tropical looking leaves that grow through that. And then finally, finally, I want to show you my conker tree. And I grew this conker tree just behind me, hopefully you can see that. Grew that from a conker. Let's spin that round. So when I was 13, I planted a conker, and then the tree itself grew, had it in a pot, and I finally moved it down here. Okay, as promised, behind me is my weeping willow tree. I'm going to move the camera around and show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so I said at the start of the video about my next project. You can see this willow, I don't know, 20-30 foot high, but I'm going to start trimming him back. He's gone too big, he's too leggy, and I want to make him so the weeping element of the willow is a lot more bushy, coming down to the ground, trailing on the ground, and making it so that you walk through the willow, and then my man cave is behind it. So I don't know whether you can see, I've just taken a branch off here, and I want to take everything else off that's above that area. So right in the middle of the tree, where it's almost like the nexus of the tree, the central part, that will be everything above that taken out, and hopefully it will then result in the tree itself being much bushier. And okay, I think it will next year not look too good, but the year after it'll be nice and lush again, exactly how I want it. And that's the thing with gardening, sometimes you've got to do some drastic changes, but they don't actually take effect until the year after, or the year after that. So you've got to plan ahead sometimes with gardening. Okay, that's a quick tour around my house garden. Hope you liked it. As usual, please subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments in the comment section, put that thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you very soon in the next video. Thanks everyone, speak to you soon, bye.